Alright, here we are with our OTS champion, Travis Wright, and he was playing Shaddoll Lightsworns.
Alright, start off the deck, I played 3 Shaddoll Beast. He's definitely the best Shaddoll by far. The fact he's a level 5, you can make like Volcasaurus off Soul Charge and stuff. But the fact he's basically just an upstart, I thought like 1,000 life points is nice. Or like he's like a mini Graceful Charity if you play him right. So he's really good. He's the only one I played 3 of actually. I actually played 2 Falco because sometimes you just like, in awkward games, sometimes you just want the second one for additional defense. Like when you burn through the first one, or if like you hit this guy turn 1 off like a fucking Raiden or something, it's not very good. So I like 2 copies. Double Dragon. I was playing 3 of this card for a long time, but like when you Raiden turn 1, you need your opponent to have cards. So he sometimes doesn't do anything turn 1, so I just cut him down to play better cards, I guess. 2 Squamata. I actually thought about playing 3 of these because the theory is he's basically just every time you send him to the graveyard, he's a controlled mill. So every time he hits the graveyard, he's basically any effect you want for the Shadolls. But I drew him in multiple copies today like 3 times, and that completely changed my mind of ever wanting to play 3 ever again. And then I played the 1 Hedgehog because, I don't know, he's Sonic and he searches fusion. Sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's not. And then for the lightsworns, 3 Raiden. I think this is like staple in the deck. He's actually kind of ass. I don't know why people play him. Like I do know why people play him obviously, but like the main phase mill is not very relevant in my opinion. Like I was playing Curry Bandit before and there's not much of a difference. The only really card that does a lot is this thing. Like the fact they're lights just let you play Chaos Monsters. Like I find they don't do much alone except for Lila. It's just this like it's an MST in a body that's sent out to emptiness, and this deck just fucking dies like card. So I played the 3 Chaos Dragons. I didn't play 2 of this because like it's just not live very often. I actually didn't summon these very often. I might summon it once or twice. The fact they can't be Soul Charge kind of sucks. And I mean, typically you just like Synchro or Exceed with them. If you Exceed with them, you don't get their effects, so they don't float. And then like the rest of the Chaos Monsters, just basic shit. 2 Sork, BLS. Played 3 Sork if I could. BLS wins games. And the last monster I played is I played the Dodge because he's cute as fuck. But anyway, like the thing is because sometimes when you Shaddoll fusion, you actually don't want to be sending your like relevant light monsters like Raiden and Lila and stuff because like you want to save them for later games for synchro options or Lila for MST for emptiness and stuff. So Dog is always just a card that's in your deck that goes back to your deck. Like you can discard him off Super Poly, he goes back to the deck. So he's just always a light card that goes back in the deck for that fusion card there. Speaking of fusions, I played 4. Basically because 4 is better than 3. Actually, I find Shaddoll Fusions, like, it's obviously a great card and all, but when you draw multiple copies, you're never going to resolve the second copy unless you're just, like, over-pushing. So, the 2 Super Poly and 2 Fusion was really nice. I would have liked to actually play 3 Super Poly over, like, anything else, really. Double Soul Charge, I don't like drawing multiple copies of this, so that's basically actually the only reason why I didn't play 3. Charge and Foolish, basically just cards to get cards. Trap cards, I played a bit of trap cards compared to your average like lightsworn Shaddoll build. I played the 3 games because it's 3 more Foolishes. If you play this card right, you can do some really nutty shit. Like it's one of the few cards you actually enjoy drawing multiple copies of. So played 3 along with 3 Crap Stun. This card was actually really bad all day. Like I just didn't need to stop traps. I thought I would like. But the only deck that I really need to stop traps is Burning Abyss, because when you play this against Satellars, they're forced to Nova it if they have it. So it automatically clears their monster off the board for you to push for a lot of damage. So it's whatever, it's fair. Double Breakthrough because it's like actually probably the best trap card in the game. Compulse and Torrent. I didn't play Warning because it's ass. I didn't play Bottomless because it's ass as well. And Torrent's kind of bad. With
all of your discard outlets and your mill options, were you ever worried about running out of resources too quickly throughout the duels?
Sometimes, like there was one instance where it came up that I was running out of Shadolls, but I just had to summon Chaos Monsters, I guess, just force push the game, like just accelerate the game basically to the point where they can't keep up. So that's what I had to do. Okay. And my awesome tokens, because if you don't like Adventure Time, then fuck you. I'll just go on with my extra deck, I guess. The one thing I played that was different was 2 constructs. Most people with Super Poly and playing the lightsworn versions, they want to play, or they typically play 3. I might have had one instance where I wanted 3. Like, I actually didn't need to go into 3, but like I went into 2, so the 3rd might have came in handy. But that's that. Double Winda. Like, you just play these fusions because they win games. That's what the deck does, is fuse. And then Synchros, Armady, Goyo, Black Rose, Scrap, Spark, Leo. I didn't play Arcanite because I just don't think it's that good. All these cards are really, really good. Like, Armades is probably like the only one that you couldn't consider. It's whatever. I actually made it today and won me a game, but other than that, it's alright. You're not going to make it very often because you typically only play 1 Falco and 1 Hedgehog. So, and then 4s, Castell. Nightmare for the Soul Charge. Like, when you Soul Charge Dragon and Squamata, you can make this card, so you actually have a little bit of defense. After you Soul Charge, you don't need trap cards and stuff to counter your opponent's Soul Charge. Excited guy, because he's excited. Abyss Dweller to stop Burning Abyss, because, you know, that's funny, because he's an Abyss Dweller. And Bulkasaurus for the Soul Charge. Bulkasaurus is actually really broken.
Was there anything about your extra deck that you would have changed coming into the tournament?
I would have liked to play probably... definitely would have liked to play second Castell. And maybe, like I said, the 3rd construct. But other than that, like, you don't really hit the extra deck too often. Like, even with Raidens, I synchroed into Spark maybe twice, and I didn't even touch Draft Dragon, so. But anyway, side deck, this is like the worst thing on my deck. I built it super last minute, but whatever. 1 Grand Mole, 1 Ally Justice Cycle Reader for the obvious reasons, and then the 1 Mobius. Basically, these 2 cards are for Satellers. Mobius clears out back row because, like, he's just too good. Back row sucks. He's also good against Burning Abyss, but he's not phenomenal. Grand Mole, I didn't side him in once, but he's good for the mirror. Spells, the only spells I decided were 3 MSD because Emptiness is annoying, and if you notice, I'm also not playing Emptiness, so I have to get rid of my opponent's Emptiness as soon as possible. I can't be locked behind that. 3 Chain Ds, Burning Abyss, obvious, Battery Men, just random stuff. I played Frogs, decided it in. Triple Rivalry, I actually have no fucking idea why I played this. I think it was because, like, if I played, like, Burning Abyss or any weird deck, I could play this and they can't exceed, so they're just sitting with, like, little bad floater guys on board, and where I can still go into my fusions and synchros and some stuff. So I think that's why I played it. I don't know. Double Ojama Trio, because Burning Abyss can't do fucking anything once you resolve this card. It's also good against spam decks because you just put 3 tokens on board and they have no way to remove them, so you're not being OTK'd. That's nice, and they also take 500 points of damage when you destroy them. Whatever. And then the last card was Needle Sealing for just spam decks. I didn't side it in. Actually, I sided in against Frogs because fuck Frogs. Fuck being OTK'd. It's not worth it. But yeah, that's my badass deck, and this is my awesome hand that I want.
Is there anything that you would have changed about the deck or side deck coming in?
I would have absolutely loved to play 3 Super Poly. I would have loved to play 3 Emptiness, and yeah, that's about it. But like, those cards are like ridiculously unfair, so I'm kind of glad I didn't like max out on those cards. So it's a little bit of a relief inside. But other than that, it was good. I got a nice mat, got an invite. It's good.
Alright, so that was our OTS champion, Travis, and he was playing Shadow Lightsworns.